As you know, the Lung Immune Prognostic Index is a tool based on two inflammatory parameters. So this is DNLR and LDH. And based on these two parameters, LIPI was strongly correlated with immunotherapy outcomes in non-small cell lung cancer patients previously pretreated. However, the role of LIPI in first line was completely unknown. And in this cohort, we aim to evaluate the impact of LIPI in front line in a large multi-center cohort with 18 centers participating in Europe and in America, with 9 different countries. So indeed, we studied LIPI in different treatment cohorts. So only immunotherapy with patients with more than 50% of PD-L1 expression, combo immunotherapy plus immunotherapy, combo chemotherapy plus immunotherapy, and a control cohort with only chemotherapy. So we compare the impact of LIPI. Initially, we studied the impact in the overall cohort, and we demonstrated that LIPI was strongly correlated with overall survival and PFS, and this impact was regardless the treatment line. But the highest impact was observed in the immunotherapy cohorts. In the multivariate analysis, we demonstrated that LIPI was an independent factor for overall survival and also for PFS. The most interesting point of this study is across the different treatment cohorts, there is a refractory group, the LIPI poor population, characterized by high DNLR and high LDH that had the poorest outcomes. However, when we evaluated specifically this LIPI poor group, we observed that the best outcomes were observed in the combo immuno plus immunotherapy cohort. However, this cohort was really small, and this is a good starting point to explore the role of the combo immunotherapy in this population, but we need to explore this obviously in a larger population. So this is a really nice cohort. It was a huge academic collaboration. We finally demonstrated that LIPI is not only a prognostic under immunotherapy, the impact seems to be higher, but it's also working for prognostication with other treatments, but it works in first line. And in the sub-analysis, in the PD-L1 subgroup of patients, we perform a subgroup analysis to evaluate if LIPI can provide additional information to the PD-L1 status, because it's the only validated biomarkers at this moment, and we observed that LIPI can provide this additional information on the prognostication of the patients, particularly in the PD-L1 positive, more than 50 PD-L1 expression population, which is really nice because we can select the patients, we can prognosticate the patients even in this really good responders population and also in the PD-L1 negative population. And we can identify patients with really good responses under immunotherapy, even in PD-L1 negative population upfront. And between 1 and 49% of the population, the cohort was small, and probably we did not identify the differences for a power limitation of the power of this analysis. So LIPI is easy to calculate because it's based in a conventional blood test, can provide additional information to PD-L1, is an independent factor upfront in non-small cell lung cancer, regardless the treatment. So in our opinion, it's a really accessible tool that we can use in non-small cell lung cancer patients upfront, and it should be validated and studied in clinical trials because we can identify specifically this refractory population that probably we need to intensify and to treat specifically with other combination of drugs, that this is the LIPI poor group.